Apple is one of the world's most powerful tech companies. They're also among the wealthiest thanks to their success. They know how to come up with innovative products as well as take other people's insights and build something even superior. It is because of them that many of the technologies we have today are considered standard rather than just existing. They're also always on the lookout for new ideas, and this time they are into developing an all-electric, self-driving vehicle. But if they succeed, how is it going to turn out for the organization? Let us show you how Apple's expansion into cars will affect the company. And just before we move on, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Anyway, here we go. Today marks the start of a new era for the iPhone. One of the things that Apple has done very well over the years is that, although they began as a computer corporation, they have gone on to create a slew of innovations that have helped them grow into a much larger and broader organization. They entered the music business and revolutionized it with iTunes and the iPod, all of which are big players in the industry today. Then, of course, they entered the phone industry with the iPhone, which continues to be a hot commodity every time a new version is released. They've also done other items that have had lesser effect on the planet, such as accessories, adding the mouse to computers, and so on. However, with the Apple Car, that is merely a working title for the project. They want to dive into another progression by switching to a new branch of technology. Because when you think about it, the iPod, the iPhone, and even iTunes are all just really computer technology with various facets and formulas. The Apple Car, on the other hand, is a totally different scenario. So if they can pull this off, they'll be true titans in the industry, and they'll have transformed themselves into a business that can reach wherever there is a technology and simply revolutionize it, assuming they can pull it off, which isn't a given right now. So we've gone around in circles a little bit, but let's get back to the point and talk about the future Apple Car. Apple's electric vehicle project, codenamed Titan, is a development project currently in progress. Apple has yet to publicly announce any of its autonomous prototypes. However, as of 2018, about 5,000 people were said to be working on this project. As you can see, it's not something just only a few people are thinking about. They're putting in a lot of effort to make this a reality. However, it seems that they are still working on a shuttle bus concept, which is certainly unique. But we'll concentrate on that and stay in the car. You may have skipped a few key details, such as the fact that this would be an electric vehicle which is possibly going to be a self-driving car. This is a double threat that makes the Apple Car immediately relevant to what is happening in the car industry right now. In terms of how many car manufacturers are attempting to make electric vehicles, all specifics on things are still sketchy as plans have clearly changed and such. However, they appear to be on the correct course in terms of making the car relevant and important. If you're building an electric vehicle, you're going to need a decent battery. And we're not just concerned about how strong a battery is needed to make it work. We're actually concerned about how to make it a decent battery that will last a long time, since an early issue with electric cars was that they could operate but had a small range or needed to be recharged more often as a gas-powered vehicle. As a result, Apple must ensure that its battery is in good working order. And it seems like they're on the correct path, and that's it. Apple intends to use a novel model cell design that examines the individual cells in the battery and frees up space within the battery pack by removing pouches that contains battery content. Another part of the situation that might work in Apple's favor is this. Along with that, this is an electric and a self-driving one. Some speculate that Apple will go above and beyond to make the Apple Car a technical marvel on the inside, one that will be able to connect to all of Apple's goods and provides passengers with the most exciting ride of their lives. Many automotive companies aren't focused on this because they're more concerned with making their electric car work well and be affordable to purchase. Apple, on the other hand, could abandon that strategy in favor of going all out to make their project stand out in every way possible. After all, it is Apple. According to a source close to the project, the Apple design allows for more active content to be packed into the battery, potentially extending the car's range. According to the source, Apple is also looking into battery chemistry called LFP, or lithium iron phosphate, which is less likely to overheat and therefore safer than other forms of lithium-ion batteries. We realize we've bombarded you with a lot of big terms and items, but in the end, the battery that Apple is developing could be innovative or at the very least revolutionary for the electric vehicle industry. This isn't just something that could help them improve their own vehicle. However, it could be sold to other car companies for a profit, providing Apple with a new revenue source. Since we all know Apple's already profitable enough, but is still indulging in building multiple revenue sources. It is an incredible step forward for iPhone, and the fact that you're entering an industry in which you are not familiar means you're dropping down a challenge to those who are already in it. In this situation, companies like Tesla, which have been producing electric cars for nearly 17 years, are facing new challenges. While it is true that rivalry will breed a much better project in situations like this, you have to wonder to how those businesses would respond to the fact that Apple is essentially promising that they'll make an electric car better than those organizations who have been producing them for years. Furthermore, it's likely that Tesla or other big car manufacturers will learn about Apple's car projects and try to do it first. Elon Musk, for example, has been working tirelessly at Tesla to improve the company's battery technology. He could get new ideas for stuff he might do with Tesla's cars after hearing what Apple could be doing with theirs and therefore producing a better battery himself before Apple finishes theirs. Similar to how life is when there's a ton of companies all trying to be the leading company and produce new goods while providing amazing service. As previously mentioned, Apple's numerous projects are all derived from a concept of creating computer technology in some form or another. But in several ways, they're going above and beyond with the Apple car. As a result, Apple would have to make several changes in order to complete this big venture. Even for Apple, a corporation with deep pockets that produce hundreds of millions of electric items per year with parts sourced from all over the world, making a car is a supply chain challenge. It took Tesla 17 years to turn its attention to profitable vehicles. In brief, Apple is taking a big gamble by not only designing this car, but also announcing that they'll build it themselves. This entails new structures, new routes for obtaining materials and equipment, and so on. However, some people believe it would succeed. If there's one industry in the world that has the resources to do that, it's most likely Apple. At the same time, it isn't a cell phone. So, with all the help of the individuals who worked on Project Titan, Apple would be able to pull it off. Yes, but since they aren't a car manufacturer, it will take time to iron out the flaws. After all, they're a tech firm. However, they can make it work. It might be extremely beneficial for them. Needless to say, Apple Car has sparked a lot of speculations in the entire world. We don't even have a visual representation. However, it will most definitely be compact while also being large enough to fit a large number of people and belongings. Another point to consider is that Apple Car is expected to be available by 2023 and 2025, according to the current predictions. That means another couple years of improvements, renovations, and other improvements to ensure the car is at its best it can be. So all we could do for the time being, I guess, is to hope for the best. So what do you have in your mind about this? What do you think of this look at Apple and how their journey into the car industry might turn out for them? What are the pitfalls that you personally see when you think about Apple making cars? Do you think they'll come out on top once again? Or do you think this is a bridge too far for even them? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next video.